it's Deborah Bringleson. Did your business give you the level of revenue that you wanted last year? Or are your revenues flat, maybe declining? In the past year, companies are starting to report that the recovery that happened after 2008 may be starting to fade, and they're starting to notice that their revenues have flattened out, or in some cases, they're declining. Is that happening to you? Where is your business in the economic cycle? Do you know? What would it mean to you if in the next year you could increase your revenue 4x? What would that mean to your family, to your life? What freedom would you have that you don't currently have? I'm so excited that you've downloaded our 7 transformations to 100% business growth, because that's actually the first step. As we talk about how you actually turn your growth into 4 times what it is now, we're going to be talking about a woman who grew her business 3,546% using those exact same 7 transformations that you now have. So where did she start? She started actually at her strategic messaging. She is a home developer who had seen her business really flatten out. As a matter of fact, for 12 months before she started using the 7 transformations, her revenue was actually $0. Can you imagine that? What would you do if you had 0 income for 12 months? Pretty stressful, right? So she started using the 7 transformations and actually started at the level of strategic messaging. So as a home developer, you would think she would market on, gee, look at our granite and our lighting and our fixtures and all of that. Well, you know what? What really turned her business around is when she started strategically messaging to her ideal prospects and buyers and really focused on what it was that was concerning them. I'll give you a little hint. It had absolutely nothing to do with buying a home or the features and benefits of any home. In the next couple of days, we're going to send you a video that's going to tell you exactly what it was that she started messaging on. But think about your own messaging in the meantime. What is it that you're talking to your prospects about? Are you talking to them about the features and benefits and how great your company is? Or are you really focused in on what they care about? Because I'll tell you something, they don't care at all about the features and benefits of your product. They care about the solutions that they need to the problems that they're having. So that's where she started. And then she moved into looking at her superstars. That was the second step. Tony Robbins always says that leadership is the #1 foundation on which your business rests. And we couldn't agree with him more. He's absolutely right. But we've got to get some revenues in the door, right? And then we'll work on all of the other pieces of the business. So start with strategic messaging, as you see here in the 7 transformations. Then move into looking at your team. Do you have a team of superstars? And let's start at the top. Are you a superstar? Your team will never exceed your level of playing. So if you're playing at a B or a C level, they're going to be playing at a C or a D level. So how about you? Are you a superstar? And your team, are they superstars too, or do you have some B and C players in there? We want you to have our philosophy of only having superstars and A players on your team. All right, and then we look at leadership. A lot of companies, the leaders in their company, quite frankly, aren't really leaders. They weren't intended to ever be leaders, but they closed a big deal or they got a promotion and they ended up in a leadership position. Look at the leaders on your team. Do you have real leaders in those positions? And have you put together a training program to actually develop leaders? Do you know where leaders actually come from? They come from the tribe. Tribes actually create the leaders. So they can create really great leaders, strong leaders, or they can create leaders who, have you ever seen someone in a leadership position who maybe does a little bit of sabotaging of the company? I certainly have. So what's your training program like, both for your tribe and for your leaders? Those are the first 3 places that we want you to start in implementing these transformations. In the next week, you're going to get a series of videos from us that's going to tell you step by step how to begin to implement this and how to grow your revenue at the level that you want. And the third video is one that we're going to reveal something that hasn't been revealed before. It's kind of our secret sauce. And what do you do when nothing's working? So when Nadia started implementing the 7 transformations, she was doing everything right. She had it going. But for some reason, it just wasn't clicking. It wasn't working. And, you know, ABC Shark Tank, Barbara Corcoran, she says this is the #1 reason why businesses don't succeed and actually why they ultimately fail. We couldn't agree more. We've got the secret sauce that will help you avoid that #1 reason. And if it's already in your business and in your life, which I would say probably it is, we're going to help you root it out and get rid of it. So dig into these 7 transformations, go through them, see where you fall in implementing them 100%. Watch the video that you're going to get in the next couple of days. Watch the whole series. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your questions are, what your challenges are, because we're here to help you. So you can email us or post on our Facebook page. All right, go out there, make this year a great year and grow your revenues, because 30 years of experience tells us this is the formula and that you can do it. See you soon.